what the fuck is the bullshit you... Oh, Mars Needs Moms. I keep forgetting that we watched Mars Needs Moms this week. It just slips out of my head so dang easy. So, Mars Needs Moms, guys. Now, this is a film that, it was quite a financial flop, okay? I'll get more into that in a bit. But Mars Needs Moms is a story of Seth Green, okay?
Oh, boy.
Now, Seth Green's your average child, alright? He loves zombies, he hates broccoli and taking out the trash, and he hates his mom. So the aliens decide, the Martians as it were, that they need to kidnap his mom to teach him what's what. Now, as they kidnap his mom, Milo catches wind of this, and so he chases after him, hops aboard their rocket, somehow doesn't die in this entire exchange. There are so many fucking instances in this movie where he should be dead, but say la vie, dude. And then they land on Mars. Now, Mars is a barren wasteland up top, but down below is where things get a little crazy. Down there, he hops into a big old trash pile and meets, like, Goober or some shit. What's his name?
Gibble.
Gribble. That's what it is.
Gribble.
It's because Dale Gribble. Now, Gribble's a funny guy. He knows the ins and outs of this place because he's been there for years at this point. He's a big old fat fuck and he loves it there. Now, fucking Milo, he goes up there to save his mom with the help of good old Gribble, but things don't go as planned, okay? They don't go quite as planned, and Gribble gets kidnapped and gets a fucking firing squad aimed at him, but luckily, with the help of a fucking female alien there, he's able to get rescued by Milo and fucking the alien chick, Key, I think is her name. And from there, they're able to have some more little wacky hijinks as they discover that, oh, the Martians, they don't need moms. They just need a family unit to raise their children. That's all they really need. And from there, they're able to save Milo's mom, and there's like a big dramatic moment where she screams. She fucking screams as she realizes she's on Mars, and then she tries to sacrifice herself for some stupid reason. But fortunately,
she's a mom, you asshole.
They could have like fucking switched the helmet back and forth to like save themselves. We'll get into that later. But all's well that ends well as they all fucking blast off to Earth, and fucking Gribble and Key end up making cool little fusion babies or some bullshit. The end.
Pretty good.
Now, Mars Needs Moms, guys. Now, going into this film, I'll just say it right off the bat. I was expecting it to be hot fucking garbage because I've heard nothing but bad things about this movie. However, I don't think it was quite as bad as I was expecting, you know? And I think that may just be thanks to, like, the low expectations of the film, but I just didn't think it was, like, you know, that terrible. At least not to the degree that I think it deserved to lose over $100 million in the box office. This movie made back less than a third of the fucking production budget, okay?
Holy shit.
Yeah.
That's impressive. How'd they do that? It's a Disney movie. How'd they...
I mean, like, it's
that so hard?
Disney movie. It's not like an actually made by, like, you know, their studios itself. It was like a subsidiary or some bullshit. But, yeah, you know how it is. You know how it is. But yeah, guys, Mars Needs Moms. What do y'all think about it?
I thought this movie was rather queer. That's an interesting word to use.
Interesting. Okay. I guess I can agree with that sort of assessment. First thing about this movie is it is very... Not... I don't know about very, but it is unsettling to look at. The humans... Yeah. I actually think Gribble doesn't look that bad compared to the other two humans. The kid and his mom are they're I know we've said this hyperbolically before. I think they probably are about Toy Story bad. They are just not pleasant to look at all, and I don't want to keep looking at them, and they're creeping me the fuck out.
This is made by the same studio as Polar Express, and honestly, I feel like the characters of that looked quite a lot better than the fucking people here. Now, the aliens as well looked fucking terrible, I gotta say. They were pretty rough. Like, the fucking... You see the thigh gap on them, Tanner? You see the thigh gap on them?
Yeah, that shit was hot.
Their proportions are fucking wacky.
All I've got to say is, this is coming from the guy that was constantly asking me if I want to bone them. Clearly you had something else on your mind when you were watching this movie.
They didn't need to give Key such a dumper, to be honest.
Yeah, they had some ass on them.
That was a bit unnecessary, frankly.
Oh, boy.
Let's see. What random bullshit do I have written down for this? Why does this kid wear his shoes in the house? That's very disrespectful.
We were saying the exact same thing, man.
The dude really hopped out of his fucking bed, and the first thing he does out of bed is put on his goddamn shoes.
Yeah, what an animal. What a weirdo. The one really bad part which is just super long, is when he discovers the trash aliens for the first time, and he's trying to explain to them what a mom is.
Yeah, that part was really rough. However, that was also the only part of this film that I knew anything about, because that was like the fucking scene that for some reason they were really proud of and just want everyone to see in the advertisements.
Dude, the note I specifically wrote down for that scene is, man, someone in the writer's room thought this shit was hilarious.
Yeah.
Someone thought this was the funniest thing they had ever thought of, and it's just not.
Yeah, it's horrific. However, shortly after that, we do get some pretty funny parts where fucking Gribble, he's talking about how, like, he came to space to fucking stop the Soviets from getting to it first.
Yeah,
why do you think they call it the Red Planet?
Yeah. Yeah, he was like, I was sent by Reagan or whatever. I'm like, oh. But,
Which I feel like is a much more intriguing idea than what we actually got with him.
I disagree.
Okay.
I think definitively Gribble is the best part of this movie.
Oh, 100%.
Both in terms of, like, comedy, but also his story, because he's, like, a legitimately, compelling character with a really tragic backstory. Because, like, the deal with Gribble is that he actually was a kid whose mom got stolen, and he also snuck aboard their ship and got here, like, 30 fucking years ago. And this is where we see what they do to the moms, because, the whole thing they're doing is they're trying to put the mom's brains into robots, because the robots don't know how to mom for some reason, and they say some bullshit like the robots only work once, and so we have to get a new mom every time, or some bullshit that doesn't make any sense, but whatever.
Yeah, they say that, like, raising kids is really hard, so they just can't do it after one.
Yeah, something weird like that. And so the way this machine works is the sun comes up and it goes through these big glass, like magnifying glasses to like energize the sun, and it goes into this like machine with a big needle on it, and then this needle like touches the mom and she like fucking Thanos snaps into ash.
Yeah.
And so we see this flashback when Gribble is a kid, where he's fucking running across the Martian landscape trying to get to this machine to save his mom, and then she fucking evaporates right in front of him. Yeah. I'm like, Jesus Christ.
All the while he's wearing a fucking t-shirt of him and his mom just smiling, being all happy together.
I missed that. That's part.
It's fucked. This is a children's movie, and this is like one of the most tragic. This is like watching Bambi's mom get shot level of like, dude, what?
And for some reason, they liked this the premise for this film so much that they decided to make a Rick and Morty episode about it.
I don't know if I remember that one, to be honest.
It's the one where Morty has a sex robot.
Oh.
The females fucking push the males out, Tanner.
Okay,
they throw
I
them
see
down
what you're...
there.
That's fair enough.
Oh, that one, okay.
Okay, I gotcha.
Yeah.
I do like the very pro-family message of this movie, you know. This is back when Disney wasn't trying to, turn us all gay or whatever the fuck.
The hell?
And yeah, that's kind of all my thoughts on the movie. It's, it has a lot of flaws. Off-putting visuals, mostly the human. The aliens don't, like, trigger your,
Uncanny Valley senses.
Yeah, they don't trigger your Uncanny Valley, so that's not too bad. But, and I think Gribble looks okay. He doesn't trigger a fear response in me like the kid and the mom do.
Yeah.
And none of the jokes land, like, ever. I think maybe a handful of them do, but the vast majority of them, I'm like, dude, what?
Yeah,
were they
I
thinking?
think that a big part where this film stumbles is like the world building, because we just don't really understand like really any part of the society for the most part. Like, why are they underground? Why the fuck is just like it's just a vast expanse up top? What the fuck is the deal with like how like reproduction even happens on this planet? Like the babies just fucking pop out of the ground potatoes or some shit. What's the deal with that? I just don't get it, man. I just
Factual.
don't get it.
Yeah. For positives, I actually do like the story, and I think there's like this emotional core to it that's actually pretty strong, weirdly enough. And also Key is a baddie, so
yeah,
it's got that going for it.
Hold
Tanner.
on a second.
If NASA
Uh-oh.
came to you and they informed you, hey, we found an alien, all right? We need somebody to take the bullet and try to reproduce with this thing. Would you be willing to give her a shot?
If it's humanoid, sure.
It looks just like her.
Oh, just like he?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll give that one a shot.
Oh, okay. I offered Jackson $100,000 for that deal, and he just wouldn't take it.
Why not?
And you do it for free, Tanner.
I would do it for free. Why wouldn't you do it at all, Jackson?
I think your snatch would bite my dick off.
That was going to
what?
be my first question.
I gave him the fucking prerequisite. They inform you that she does not have any teeth or anything down there. You'd be okay.
I'd
He
also
still
like to
wouldn't
add
take
that
it.
$100,000 is definitely not the amount that you quoted me. The first number you gave me was 10 grand, and then you said like 20 grand, and then it was like very marginal increases until like this is fucking stupid. Let's stop. It definitely never went anywhere near 100 grand.
Okay, so Nico's
Would you
a
do
liar.
it for $100,000?
Oh, without a doubt.
Okay.
There you go.
Nico gaslights all the time, confirmed.
But yeah, overall, I think those sort of strong parts don't do much to overcome the many weaknesses this film has. So I'm gonna stick it at a C+.
Whoa.
Yeah, I think the negatives definitely outweigh more of the good parts. I think it had some good things going for it, like the world building, and some of like the set design, things like that. And the story wasn't terrible, but yeah, I'm giving it a C-. I think it's a below average movie for the most part.
You took the wind right out of my mouth there, my man, because I'm also going to be giving it a C-.
What the
Damn.
What the fuck was that?
Nico and I are in sync this week, except for used cars,
Yeah.
and that puts us at a C, unsurprisingly.
Fair enough.
Wow, crazy.
Same as Free Willy 2.
Let's go.
Yes, sir. They're very similar movies.